For most people, being a movie star is a dream. But for Blake Lively, it turned into a nightmare when she suffered an onset injury that has never truly healed. Blake Lively was born and raised in Los Angeles by her parents, Ernie and Elaine Lively, along with her older brother Eric. As a child, Lively was unusually tall, and as a result, she was subjected to bullying at school. Lively opened up about this painful time in her childhood in an Instagram post in 2018 featuring a photo of her with Big Bird, saying, "Kids used to make fun of me in elementary school by calling me Big Bird because I was too tall and had yellow hair. Here's to making best buddies with the thing that once hurt you." Lively ultimately attended a total of 13 different schools while she was growing up. It wasn't just her height that singled her out, though. Her mother, a former model, helped her daughter learn about style by making clothes for her, as well as taking her to vintage stores and encouraging her to wear the types of clothes her peers weren't wearing. But at one private school in Los Angeles, this didn't go over well. She told Vogue, "It was the only school where people were just downright mean to me. They would make fun of my clothes because I dressed differently than the other kids." Blake Lively initially began acting because her beloved older brother Eric wanted her to. Lively was just shy of her 18th birthday when her breakout film The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants came out in 2005, but she was more interested in going to college than acting. So why did she end up signing on to star in Gossip Girl? Lively told Vanity Fair that, in part, it happened because the producers lied to her. She recalled, "I said, no, I want to go to college. Thank you, though. Then they said, okay, you can go to Columbia University 1 day a week. After the first year of the show, it'll quiet down. Your life will go back to normal and you can start going to school. We can't put it in writing, but we promise you can go. So that's why I said, okay, you know what? I'll do this." Unfortunately, Lively later realized that she'd been sold a lie, which is why they wouldn't write the stipulation into her contract. In the end, Lively not only ended up not getting to go to college, but also feeling pretty uncomfortable with the morally gray image of the show she spent 6 years making. Just months after giving birth to her first daughter, James, with Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively was back at work filming the 2016 survivor horror thriller The Shallows. While most of the underwater stunts were done without a hitch, Lively told Entertainment Weekly that it took a huge toll on her physically. The tank that was used for filming was full of chemicals, which really irritated her skin and caused it to peel off. And the tank simulated the ocean a little too well, as she really was flung against obstacles like rocks and buoys. She said, "Your body is just really taking a beating. There's a scene where I'm swimming up to the buoy and I crack my face underwater and my nose is pouring blood, and that was real." Lively explained that there was an accident due to the turbulent waves, adding, "I wasn't supposed to crack my face underwater. It was just this thing is crashing into the water with these 4-foot waves and I couldn't see. My perspective was off. The waves pulled me the same time that the buoy crashed down and cracked my nose, and blood was pouring out." Lively didn't get into acting to be famous, but nevertheless, that's exactly what she's become. Lively is known worldwide not only for her acting talents, but her sense of style and the personal brand she's created. Plus, her fans are super invested in her relationship and family life with Deadpool actor Ryan Reynolds.
"You are the best thing that has ever happened to me. Second only to this star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame."
But sadly, being in the public eye comes at a cost, and Lively has been subjected to a barrage of hurtful criticism online as a result of her fame. Lively commented on some of the hate she's received, admitting to Vogue that it can be painful for not just her, but the people around her as well. She said, "There have been so many things written about me that are untrue and horrifying. I can't even believe that my family has to read this stuff. People like to gossip. They bond over it. They don't bond over complimenting famous people." In 2017, Blake Lively opened up about a horrifying experience that nobody ever should have to go through. Just days after the New York Times exposed Harvey Weinstein's sexual harassment and abuse, Lively revealed details about her own mistreatment in Hollywood. She told the Los Angeles Times that she experienced sexual harassment from a makeup artist she worked with on one of her films. Though she didn't say which film, detailing the harassment she received, Lively explained that the inappropriate behavior took place on numerous occasions. She said, "He was saying things inappropriately, insisting on putting my lipstick on with his finger. I was sleeping one night on location and I woke up and he was filming me. I was clothed, but it was a very voyeuristic, terrifying thing to do." After that terrifying incident, Lively reported the makeup artist to the movie's producers, but nothing happened for months. The unnamed man was not removed from production, as the bosses seemingly didn't want to make waves. It was only when Lively reached out to lawyers that the producers took the allegations seriously and fired the makeup artist, but there was no justice for what he did. Lively said in the end, "Our unit production manager wrote him a letter of recommendation because nobody wanted there to be bad blood." The Shallows wasn't the only movie that left Blake Lively physically hurt. In 2017, a mishap on the set of The Rhythm Section with Jude Law caused Lively serious injury. The actors did most of their own stunts for the film, and one scene where Lively had to fight her co-star went very awry. During an appearance on Good Morning America, Lively detailed the difficult experience, saying, "I was lunging towards Jude Law with my fake rubber knife, and my hand collided with his elbow and I broke some things, dislocated some things, and severed a ligament. It was pretty intense." It turned out that Lively had completely shattered her hand, and production on the movie had to be shut down for 6 months, and her recovery was not straightforward either. The actor needed a lot of pain relief and multiple surgeries to combat the injury. While production on The Rhythm Section was shut down, she had to undergo grueling physical therapy. For the rest of the shoot, after filming resumed, Lively had to have her hand strapped up. In fact, according to Lively, her hand never fully healed from the injury. On The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, Lively explained that as a result of the severed ligament, her knuckles are kind of dropped.
And I go, yeah, you should see the other guy. I've always wanted to do that.
Blake Lively's appearance, style, and impeccable sense of humor make her an icon to her many fans, but that doesn't mean she's immune to feeling self-conscious at times. In 2022, Lively told Forbes that she feels a bevy of insecurities coming at me a million times a day. The actor previously got candid about some of the body insecurities she's had to overcome and how they've been made worse by Hollywood and societal pressure. Lively chose to speak out about this when she posted a photo of the outfit she wore for an appearance on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon on her Instagram story and explained how she was made to feel bad about her weight after giving birth to her second daughter, Inez. "No one had samples that fit me after giving birth, and so many clothes from stores didn't fit either. So many. It doesn't send a great message to women when their bodies don't fit into what brands have to offer. It's alienating and confusing." Lively found it difficult being in the spotlight as she kept comparing herself to other celebrity moms. It took a lot for her to overcome those feelings. In her Instagram story, Lively added, "I wish I felt as confident then as I do now. A year later looking back, that body gave me a baby and was producing that baby's entire food supply. What a beautiful miracle. But instead of feeling proud, I felt insecure, simply because I didn't fit into clothes." Lively comes from a well-known entertainment family. Her parents, Ernie and Elaine, both worked in the industry while she was growing up. Her dad as an actor and director, and her mom as a model and talent agent. They also both taught acting classes, which Lively would frequent as a child, something she credits for giving her the confidence to become an actor later in life. Ernie was perhaps best known for his role as the sheriff in Passenger 57. As Lively followed in her father's footsteps, she maintained a close bond with him. She told People in 2020, "It all goes back to family. It has always been the most important thing in my life. Everything I do is at the heart of it."
It's the most special thing you could ever imagine.
Unfortunately, Lively suffered a devastating blow when Ernie, who also played her father in the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants films, tragically died from cardiac complications in June 2021 at the age of 74. Following her dad's death, Lively shared a sweet snap of him with her husband, Ryan Reynolds, on Instagram, which she captioned, "My guys," but she didn't make a public statement beyond that. However, the actor found a way to honor her dad's side of the family when she launched her drink company, Betty Buzz, a few months later. She wrote in a statement, "When I was working hard to build this company, I wanted any success to be in a name that was meaningful to him. Betty was his mom and his sister's name. Also, Ernie would not be the best name for a mixer.